Hello, my name is Randall Meek with the Philippines Project, and the question of the day is, when should I file for Social Security as an expat in the Philippines? So that's what I'm here to talk about today. I have to make a decision about my retirement, and in September, I will be 62 years old, so therefore I have to really study this and decide when I'm going to take my retirement. Am I going to take it early? Everyone, who's going to retire is going to have to make these type of decisions. So most people, I heard a really good statement that I really like. Most people focus on getting to retirement and not really what you do after you retire. So I got to take a little bit of my own medicine here and find out when I'm going to retire. Some people say take it early, take it as early as you can. In fact, I've seen some bloggers here in the Philippines say take it as early as you can, and that's always been my go-to philosophy for it. But to be honest, I never really put that much thought into or study into actually taking it early. What are the implications of that? So that's what this video is about. Some say take it as early as you can. And one thing I found, and as I did the research, if you really need the money, take it as early as you can, because if you don't have a lot of income when you retire, and you've got bills to pay, obviously you got to take it as early as you can. Another thing, if you don't plan on living that long, say you're 61 and a half years old, and unfortunately you're not in that great of health, and probably your chances of living past age 65 or past age 67 to your full retirement age, it's a good idea to go ahead and take that retirement then, because for the most part you need the money, and you're not really going to live in, it's not really going to benefit you to get a 6 or 8% increase on your Social Security. So take it as early as you can. In those cases also, you may be working a job that doesn't pay that much, and you could go ahead and take it. It won't affect your Social Security at all if you make like less than right around $22,000. I think it's 21 something. It's not going to affect your benefits whatsoever. You'll get your full early benefit at age 62, and you can take that money, and if you're in debt, you could use that money to pay off debts. That would be a good reason to take it early. If there is a case, if you don't need the money at all, you've got certain types of income, then you could go ahead and take that lower benefit at age 62, and you could invest that money. And if you think you can beat how it's going to work out, like you'll receive more benefit obviously at age 65 than you would at age 62. I think it goes up like 6% a year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to do that. I'm not looking at the information right now, but I know there's a slight increase each year. In my case, my full retirement age is age 67. So I had to do a lot of thinking about it, and to be honest, there were some things that really almost I looked at it and I was like, maybe I shouldn't take it. I've always been planning on taking it. So it was kind of like, oh, wow. I was kind of looking forward to this extra dollars in October of this year. And I thought, man, maybe it's not smart for me to take it. I'm going to cover that. So just, stay with me for a little bit, and I'll cover reasons why, you might take it and it's not going to be detrimental to your Social Security benefit. You're not going to get penalized, is what I'm trying to say. So, you could invest the money if you take it early, if you don't earn too much income, or if you earn certain types of income. Some people say, take it as late as take it as late as you can. And there's some good reasons for that. What I found is taking your Social Security at a certain age really depends on your situation. And it's a little bit of a gamble, because you say, well, I don't need the money right now. I'm working, I'm 62. I'm going to work till I'm 67 anyway. I couldn't stand to be at home. I couldn't stand to retire, So maybe it's not for you. You're in good health, you know you're going to live, or you feel like you're going to live a long time, and you're doing your regular doctor visits, you're taking care of your health. Maybe taking Social Security isn't good, isn't a good idea for you. Um, you know, once you select your Social Security and you decide to start getting it, that payment doesn't really change unless you get a cost of living increase, or some president says, oh, we get an automatic bonus or something. I think they're doing that right now. So there's going to be some bonuses given out to Social Security recipients. So, and I'm not one of those yet. But yeah, I mean, there's some people say take it as late as you can. The later you take it, now the max age is 70. That's when your monthly benefit will stop increasing every year. So 67 for me. I was born in 1961. That's my full retirement age. Age 67 would be my full retirement age. Age 70, I could wait and I could get a little bit bigger monthly payment. So if you want to do that, you want to take it late because, and another thing on that vein, say, you have a spousal benefit on your, if your spouse can draw off your Social Security if and she can receive a benefit because of your earnings, if you wait, the larger that is, the larger her benefit will be. So, I mean, that is to consider, and you should consider that. And, the later you start, the higher that benefit's going to be for life. You may live longer than you plan to live. They say if you reach age 60, 62, look at your life expectancy is better than if you're age 0. Your life expectancy at age 0 is going to be like 78 to 80. In America, 78 I think is what it is. It's actually dropped a little bit the last few years, but yeah, I mean, in fact, I think the life expectancy in the Philippines is a little bit longer than it is in the U.S. So hey, they got that going for them. But anyway, you may live longer than you plan. If you don't have income and you want to retire, and you got to figure out a way to make your payments. So if you have some income, you may want to delay that and make that payment higher. You may say, well, I'm probably going to die around 70 or 72. You don't know. How do you know? You don't know. So, but the longer you delay, the more money you're going to have every month, and that could come in handy. Say, 20 years is a long time, and inflation's going to keep going up, and hopefully, the Social Security will go up a little bit, but it's not going to go up that much. So, if you find that you're living into your 80s, close to 90, that's a long time with that lower Social Security benefit. So, there's that. Some people say take it as late as you can. Another reason to take it as late as you can, your bills are not going to go down any once you retire. You may do less things. A lot of people think once they retire, they're going to be able to live on X amount of dollars when they're, used to earning 30, 40, 70, $100,000 a year. You get used to a lifestyle, and that's one adjustment, that I'm trying to make here is like, when you have a business and you just kind of run and gun, you're not really watching what you spend. You're doing okay. You've got some savings and you're able to do everything that you want to do. But then you get to thinking, if your retirement benefits like $1,600, $1,500 a month, that's a big nosedive. You're going to quit all those Amazon shopping sprees that you go on. You're going to probably not eat out as much. So, don't assume that once you retire, everything's going to be a lot cheaper, because it's not. That's why it pays to get more money sometimes from Social Security, because, you're going to still have bills. They're still going to go up. Inflation's still going to happen, and it'll help you to manage your costs in retirement. The next point, this was really one of the bigger ones, and this is kind of what I referred to before when I said, wait just a little bit, because this was the big one for me. You see, I've been retired for, it'll be 2 years in September, and I've been here a good amount of that time. So in thinking about, taking my Social Security benefit at age 62, I got to looking into it. And, I'd always heard, well, you can't make too much money because they're going to penalize you, but I never really got around to looking at what that was. Well, I didn't really know. And I was shocked when I found out what the penalties are. Now, they can penalize you in your Social Security benefit if you make over a certain amount of money, and I think it's $21,240. If you work a job or you run a business and you make more than $21,240 in this is directly pertains to me. I don't know what age you're at. That's off the table. Don't type in there, that's not right, because it says for me. Everybody is different. So yeah, let's establish that. But they will penalize you as high as $1 for every $2 you make. So I mean, you make $40,000 a year. That once that threshold is kicked in, once that 21,240, you've made that, they're going to penalize you $1 for every $2 that you make. Isn't that a nice ticket right there? So if you make $40,000, that's going to cost you in benefits about $9,000 a year. Hooray! I thought, really, wow. And I don't talk much about my finances, but I make some money, and so that was really, I thought, oh my God. I don't know if I can retire or not. I don't know if I can get my Social Security benefit or not, because I don't want to suffer a penalty. Maybe I just need to wait till age 67. I'll shut down all the income that I'm doing right now, and then I'll go ahead. I don't know. Maybe that's what I have to do. If you earn even $25,000 of earned income per year, it's going to be reduced by like $1,880 a year. They're going to take almost $2,000 away from that little bit of Social Security that you're getting. That's a pretty hefty price tag. It's just, to me, it seemed unfair, and I thought, what are they trying to do? Are they just trying to make you poor before you can actually receive that money? I feel like, hey, I've paid in all these years. Just give me the money, right? I mean, my gosh. They're like, well, if you're not poor, we're not going to give it to you. It don't matter how much you make, in the past, or how much you paid in. Unless you're poor, we're not going to give you the money. That's just how I felt when I got that reaction first. So I thought, shoot, man, I'm going to miss out, because I figured just, roughly just a, calculator, statistics or whatever that I had figured up in my own head and on my phone. I thought, well, shoot, if I take my income at age 62 and I just bank that money or invest that money, by age 67, I should have around $100,000 if I don't touch that money. And that's not counting investment, around $97,000. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good plan, And then when I find out they're going to penalize you $1 for every $2, I'm like, wow, that kind of puts a damper on my plan. Well, I'm a firm believer in, I put all options on the table. I try to do my research. Sometimes I don't do it as good as I should, but I kept digging, and I thought there's got to be a way. Well, what I learned is there's a couple kinds of income that if you make, like earned income, like you go to Walmart and you work a job there and they withhold taxes, you work at any other job, and you're a W-2 wage in the U.S., that's who this applies to. If you're a wage earner, then, that counts as earned income. So if you make that $40,000, they're gonna really dock you by $9,000 out of your Social Security benefit. You're not going to get that. Now, the same guy, if he saved up his money and say he made $40,000 on rental income or investment income, they're not going to touch that. So it's on the earned income that you make as an employee, or if you're a substantial contributor to a business, you own a business and you have business income and you're running that business, they're also going to hit you on that. That's the $1 for every $2 above the 21,240 threshold. So, but if you have, let's say, passive rental investment income, you're okay. You're going to get your full Social Security payment. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was great news to me, because I wanted to go ahead and take it. I thought, well, shoot, why not? It's going to be a bonus. So anyway, that was the penalty part of it. So after all my research and all my study, and going through all that emotional torture of like, they're not going to let me have the money that I thought I was going to get all this time, here's what I've decided to do. And definitely don't take my advice, because my advice or my situation may be different than yours. But if you're in the same situation as me and you have some passive income, rental income, investment income, you might want to consider this. But don't consider it because I did it, because I'm no financial genius, that's for sure. What will I do? I'm planning on taking mine early for the following reasons. I earn enough income to live here in the Philippines now, and we're doing fine. No problem there. But my income is not earned income. I don't participate in a business. I've got some investments and some property and stuff like that, rental investment. So I'm going to go ahead and take it this year, and I'm going to take that money, I'm going to invest all of it that I get, all of it that they send me, and I'm going to build a safety net in case something happens to me. My deal was this. I told you about the $97,000 that I could save, and instead of taking my retirement at age 67, my Social Security benefit at age 67, I could save that money, and then say I died at age 68. Think about this. Not only will my wife get that money, if I didn't save that money and I just waited, what are they going to give her if I pass away at age 67 or 68? They're not going to give her anything. Not until she reaches full retirement age, and then she's going to get what she had, and I don't really know what she would get off of me, if anything. So all that money I paid in over the years is just gone. Whereas if I take it early, because I'm going to call it passive income, it's not really what it is, but it's investment income or rental income, I'm going to go ahead and take it, and that's not going to count against it's not going to throw me into the penalty. So if I wait, my wife's not going to get anything from that. This way she'll have close to $100,000 if I follow my plan, and she can use that in case something happened, if something happened to me. She's 12 years younger than me, so this would be a great benefit to her, if she decides to stay here in the Philippines, or if she goes back to the U.S., I would say, who knows? That's going to be her decision. We can talk about that in private. But so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take it early, and I don't recommend you do, but it may be the situation. People, expats or people may be thinking, well, I want to retire to the Philippines. I'm going to get $1,800 a month. You can live here for that. I haven't lived here for that yet, but I haven't really put myself on a budget either. So, but you could live here on that. It'd be better, $2,500, $3,000, that would be even better. Of course, the more money you make, the better it's going to be, right? But, the main thing is don't get over here and get in a situation where you don't have enough money, because Philippines is a great place to live. And I always say this, the Philippines is a great place to live if you have a little bit of money, if you're not running short on cash, because it's not very kind. There's no safety net here. Nobody's going to help you out unless you've got family at home going to help you out. So anyway, that's a decision I had to come to. So that's right now, that's my plan. I'll be going back probably sometime this year to the United States. They say it's a lot better if you're in the United States. You got to get your Social Security verification letter or whatever. I've never been through it, so I'm not an expert on that. But they say it's better to be there, and then you get your everything set up, and you can come back here to the Philippines. But yeah. So if you're in your 50s or whatever, save as much money as you can. I didn't really start investing anything until probably I was in my middle 40s. So, you can do it pretty quick. It took me less than 20 years to kind of get a few things going. So I won't tell you about all that stuff, but anyway, this is Randall Meek with the Philippines Project. Hey, if you like the video, you like more content like this, check out some of my other videos. Go down and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And I'll be trying to get some more videos coming your way. And until I see you next time, this is Randall with the Philippines Project. Checking out.